Hi everybody, it's Jenn from McCreath. It's August 5th, but I'm recording part 2 of my departure from the NDP, and this video is now dropping on Monday, August 9th. So happy Monday everyone. Told you the story gets worse, and it does. Again, I'm not telling this story to be malicious, I'm telling it because I think people need to know the truth about what's really going on with the NDP and what's really going on with one of their federal or prospective federal candidates. I talked earlier about being attacked by fellow candidates and how the party let it go and let these people get away with it. But it gets worse. These trolls, as I'm going to call them, almost won out. The trolling was so bad in such a public way that somebody in the party convinced somebody at the top of the chain that they should actually ask me to resign as candidate prior to finalizing my paperwork. We saw this in Nova Scotia a couple weeks ago. The Liberals tried to, I think they tried to and successfully kick someone off their party and got them off the ballot, and they tried to get them to say it was due to mental issues. Same kind of thing here. The NDP saw what was going on. Might as well say their name is Amy Norman, and there were others trolling me. But they were so convinced that the troll job by Team Amy was going to be such a major distraction and a major problem throughout the campaign, and it would hurt the credibility of the party. They actually wanted me to pull myself off the ballot the day before the paperwork was submitted to be a candidate. They said, I think it's best for us all if you step down and don't run, Jennifer. Tell the media that you have personal issues. So it's not just the Liberals doing this, folks. I guess I was nothing more than a name on the ballot. That's all Mat Wynott cared about when he was flown in from Nova Scotia to help the NDPs run a campaign. Get 40 candidates. You find a live body, you put their name on the list. We'll get the executive to vet them. That's another thing. They vetted me. I was very open and honest with the vetting process. I spent 8 hours filling out those vetting forms. I told them exactly what might happen if I run as a candidate. And I even told them, look, my opponents won't care, but you're going to have some issues internally because there's some people in the NDP that have personal issues with me over things I did in St. John's Pride that go back 10, 15 years. And you know what? It turned out to be right, because there were people from the Pride community piling on as well. Unlike some of these other candidates who have been bullied and overwhelmed, I stood up for them. I stood up for myself, and I stood up for what I felt was best for the party. I said, no, Mat Wynott. Jennifer McCreath will not be stepping down as a candidate. I am staying on the ballot. If you want to disown me from the NDP, that's fine. I'll carry on as an independent candidate. But I honestly think that would be a mistake. You already lost Graham the first day of the campaign. Major news, 6 o'clock, CBC, NTV, oh my goodness. This guy who ran in a by-election for the NDP and is now running again, well, he has lost faith in leadership. He is blaming Mat Wynott and Alison Coffin. He's quit. And guess what? Alison said we'd have 40 candidates and we only got 33. Now you want to turn that down to 32. And you want to turf Jennifer McCreath? I don't think you should do that, guys. I really think you should keep me on as a candidate. And they went away and powwowed, and I guess they said, you know what? Then they came back the next day. You know what, Jennifer? Yeah, you kind of make sense. So do us this favor. Run a very low-key campaign. Be quiet. Stay out of the media. Don't say anything. And hopefully this will all just blow over and go away. I said, you know what? I want to be a part of this team. I want to prove I can be a team player. Fine. I will stay quiet and I will shut up, and I'll just be a name on the ballot, and we can basically shake hands at the end of the campaign and go our separate ways. So that's what's basically happening here. Bottom line, these two star candidates, they did not even come close to winning their seats. Amy Norman definitely was not even close to winning her seat. Now Amy wants to run federally, and the NDP is actually seriously considering putting her name on the ballot again. And oh boy, goodness, what a terrible mistake that would be. Amy Norman is not a team player. Amy Norman attacked her teammate during the campaign. This is the last person anyone should want on their party. I get it. She's a young female with an indigenous background. She checks all these diversity boxes that the NDP seem to want. That's a whole other story, by the way, the NDP diversity policy. But sorry, folks. If NDP put Amy Norman on the ballot, I'm going to be openly campaigning for her opponents. And shame on you, NDP, for trying to kick me off the ballot and trying to get me to say that I was stepping down for personal reasons. Fuck you. There's no way in hell I would ever do that, and you should have known that. Mat Wynott, at first I thought you were doing a good job. I didn't understand why Graham Downey Sutton was blaming you for the loss of an NDP candidate. But now I'm starting to see the full picture here. Bottom line, we have a party that's so dysfunctional and so incompetent that one, they can't even discipline their members and their candidates properly. Two, they just make stupid decisions. My goodness, NDP. Trying to get Jennifer McCreath to step down and claim that I'm stepping down for personal, mental reasons, whatever. Fuck you all. And Amy Norman, fuck you. And Mat Wynott, fuck you too, buddy. NDP, you're probably never going to see me on your team ever, ever, ever again. As they say, unless hell freezes over. So people, if you're watching this, don't vote for the NDP, federally or provincially. They couldn't even clean a toilet, let alone run a country. And there you have it, folks. The sad story behind what was an absolutely miserable experience for me. Oh boy, media, you want to interview me? I'd be quite happy to talk. Amy Norman, Mat Wynott, Alison Coffin, Jagmeet Singh. If you want to talk, you can call me. As I said, I'm not here to be malicious. I'm just here to tell the truth. I'm trying to do what's best for our province and our country. What's best is for these people to not be elected. And learn how to run a friggin' campaign properly. My God, this was an absolute disgrace. A debacle and a disaster. No wonder you only won 2 seats. Jesus. What the fuck was I thinking? Well, like I said, I wanted to prove that I could run for a major party. I wanted to prove that I could be a team player, that I could get along and survive a campaign, and I did that. But now that it's over, this is the last team I ever want to be associated with ever again in my entire life. Alright, I've rambled on enough, but I think you all deserve to know the truth about what's going on in the NDP. So there you have it.